everybody, welcome back to the Cineverse.
The only place you can see Dave and Cordell together without heavy police presence.
Now this week, we headed into the valley to catch the next big summer movie.
Let's go check it out.
Okay, so here we are at the ArcLight Cinemas, located in Sherman Oaks, California.
The movie today is J.J. Abrams' newest space movie. No, unfortunately not the next Star Trek, it's Super 8.
A movie with small stars, small towns, and a big budget.
Okay, so let's start with directing. Now, you may tell me this was a J.J. Abrams film, but I have to say, after I left the theater, it felt like I'd seen a lost Spielberg movie. It was that well done. Now, of course, Spielberg has an executive producing credit, but it is remarkable just how well Abrams was able to duplicate both the period and the tone of movies made in that time. This was definitely something we have been missing.
Now the story was a real surprise as well. Before I went in, I was ready for Stand By Me meets Cloverfield. You know, with the kids being our main characters and stuff, I wasn't really hopeful in a relatable storyline. With the obvious undertones of small town life, crossed with the fear of some sort of creature, you really gotta make sure you have your story straight. And fortunately for us, they did. Constantly engaging. Now that brings us to the cast. You know, I'm always wary about child actors. I mean, sure, they're always needed to round out the family dynamic on screen, but I've never really found one that truly resonated with me. I mean, the Goonies and movies and the like always seem to focus on the immaturities of childhood, but the kids they found for this movie really hit the mark. Elle Fanning is following closely in her sister's footsteps and will soon be a star in her own right. And Joel Courtney is a fine, real pleasant surprise. And it's nice to see Kyle Chandler really getting some good recognition here. I mean, with attention from J.J. Abrams and Steven Spielberg, I see big things for his future.
Okay, well, let's talk special effects. Now, how could the effects in this movie be anything but astonishing? The train wreck scene alone will blow your mind. Forget the snippet you saw in the trailer. This is an action-packed scene that stops your heart. And the ratio of practical to CG effects is balanced smoothly, giving the audience a great blend. And I'm not even going to talk about the monster. No, seriously, I'm not going to talk about it, so stop asking. So, how does Super 8 measure up in the Cineverse?
Well, expecting no less from J.J. Abrams, the movie was pretty good.
With all areas hitting the highest marks, this is a movie to watch.
But it's nothing overly spectacular.
Nope, this is just a monster movie with a budget.
So I think we're both in agreement when we say matinee.
Alright, so that wraps up this week's episode of the Cineverse.
And remember, for the full review of Super 8, check out our blog.
And join us next time when we review DC Comics' newest movie, Green Lantern.
And as always, questions, comments, concerns, please send us an email.
And until next time, see you at the theater.
Fight it with me. Brightest day, blackest night. Green Lantern's light!